everybody, my name is Tom Noble, and welcome to the fifth week and the fifth episode of the Southern Scribbles journey through owning a Glowforge. Today, we are going to talk about something that is unreasonably controversial, no matter what kind of business you're in, no matter what it's a hobby, it doesn't matter. If you are going to tell people about it, it needs to have this, and that is a name. And it's the craziest thing because what do you call yourself if you whatever you pick you have to live with. It's kind of like naming a child almost. It's like only actually I think even harder. It's definitely harder than naming a child, right? Like you have other examples and you're like, "Oh, I really like this name," when you name a child. So you can name them that. When you name a business though, it has to be unique. It has to be something that explains what you do, and it has to be something that is just different, something that nobody else has done or come up with or owns the domain to or owns the Twitter handle or the Instagram like name or has the hashtag for or the website. Like all of these things have to play into it, and yet it's super important. So we have to kind of step back. So I want to talk about our journey, how we came up with our name. And here we go. Okay, so we're gonna set the stage here. First of all, we didn't get our Glowforge until just after Thanksgiving, so we had already really missed the major Christmas rush. But we wanted to go ahead and start creating some things for Christmas. But then we really got to the point where we're like, what are we gonna call ourselves? My wife had an old Etsy shop, so we were just kind of going under that for the time being, right? But we had gone through so many exercises and so many different types of experiences to try to figure out what we were going to call the name of our company. And what we did was we actually went through and we for a week we actually went through and thought of every word we could think of that made us think of Glowforge, CNCs, all those things that kind of fit within this category. And then we compared them on a Friday evening because we're super fun like that. And we decided we hated it. All of them, all the answers were like, maybe that could work, but nothing really stood out to us. Well, reading all through all of these forums and going, because surprisingly, it's not an uncommon question for people to not know how to name their business, right? So there was somebody that suggested that we read the book Hello, My Name is Awesome. And Hello, My Name is Awesome was the coolest thing. And it is actually gave us the little tidbit of information that we needed to create our name. And the book is all about a consultant that goes around and helps people create names for their businesses. So that being said, we were going around and we were thinking, okay, how are we going to do this? And then one night I was out working in the garage and I was listening to this book on Audible, and I finished it super fast. And they said something that really stuck with me, and I think this is probably the most important thing that I could have taken from this book, is that a name should make you laugh, not scratch your head. It should kind of be in vein with what you're doing. It shouldn't make people wonder what you do, but at the same time, it should make you laugh a little bit. So fast forward, it's Christmas time and we're up with my family and her family, and we're driving between house to house to house to visit all these people, and we just still had no idea. We were just throwing around names, and all of a sudden my wife goes, Southern Scribbles. And we both just started dying laughing because I don't know why it was so funny at the time, but it just made us both laugh. So we checked and southernscribbles.com was open. And Southern Scribbles was owned on Instagram, but not Facebook or YouTube. But to keep consistency, we're like, well, we're in Nashville, so why not call us Southern Scribbles 615? So I think that's an appropriate handle to be known by. And so it kind of identifies us. It tells people where we are. It's kind of a Nashville local thing to just throw 615 next to your name or on a hat or a t-shirt. So this all kind of made sense for us. And as we were going through, we just could not help but laugh. And so that is where our name came from. It actually just came from something so simple as a quote from a book that said, your name should make you laugh, not scratch your head. And you should I definitely recommend anybody that is looking to create a name to read through that book, to go to their website, to just to scroll around and see, because it is perfect. Like it maybe it's not everything to everybody, but to me, it was exactly what we needed. It was the information we needed at the moment. So that's how we created our name. That's how Southern Scribbles became to be. And I hope that you really enjoyed listening to this and watching this as much as I do creating it. I love being able to tell you guys about our story and learn some more things along the way. So if you did like this content, please like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next week.